Welcome back to the Popcorn Perspective. It's your host Jay and AK. AK, did you know average Americans spend $45 on streaming services every month?
That's ridiculous. I mean,
I know,
it
right?
makes sense. I'm trying to do the math right now in my head. I mean, I think with Disney and Hulu is about $16. Netflix has like 1,001 price hikes a
Yeah.
day. There's Amazon Prime. There's HBO Max, Peacock. Now there's Apple TV. It's
Yeah.
confusing.
A- And then there's Crunchyroll if you watch anime like me, and
hmm
there's
I
so
think there's
many
USA
add-ons.
channel now. There is AMC if you want to get the AMC contents. If you're a big like Walking Dead fan, it's it's a lot. It's a lot to
Yeah.
juggle. It's a lot to keep an eye on.
See, this would be a great time to have a sponsor that takes care of like streaming and shit, but we don't have that
We
anyways.
had no
But
sponsors.
yeah, um, I've not. I don't want to look at how much I spend. I'm a
No,
little nervous. I know
I
at
mean
the end of December, Disney had like this deal for 99 cents and all that stuff, so I'm sure they gained a lot of people. But damn, this
I'll
video,
definitely admit that I canceled my Disney Plus and got a new email and got Disney Plus again for 99
hey,
cents.
dude, I mean, in this economy, whatever you need to do.
Yeah,
But in this video, I think we're gonna just go rank a lot of these streaming services and give you, in our opinions, what the best ones are. The ones that you should actually spend your money on. The rest, can kind of let it go.
well, tell me, Jay, right now, based on what you're watching or what you consumed all throughout 2024, what has been your favorite streaming service to use?
Okay, so before we get into our main topic, why don't we just go with what shows we've been watching this past year?
Okay, yeah.
This is an old one, and the only reason I have freaking Peacock, dude, is Parks and Rec. I
Yeah.
love that show. When you rewatch it, and after watching all these new shows, Rings of Power and all the others, you realize how, when good writing is done, characters'
Get
definition
better.
and their progression really looks like. And man, even though this was a comedy, mockumentary sort of style, y all these characters are so lovable.
Oh
Andy,
yeah.
April, and some of the characters that maybe started off a little grating, you actually start liking towards the end, like Tom. Tom was
Like
such an annoying
Andy.
character.
I hated Andy in the first season and a half, but he
Well,
became
yeah, he's a
such a
lazy bum.
yeah, he's a lazy misogynistic bum, but like once he and April begins their like romance, he becomes such a different character by the end of the
He
show.
does. He does. He really does. His progress in the show is just brilliant.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I was I was rewatching an old one.
I mean, talk about like Parks and Rec. Now you have me kind of want to rewatch it because I haven't seen it in maybe 2, 3 years because I don't have Peacock, and I I I wish I had your justification, but I can't justify purchasing Peacock for that one show. I mean, there's other shows. I think The Office is on there now. I think they
The Office,
have
yeah.
yeah, so they have a couple of shows I could definitely rewatch.
And they
But
also do like Premier League games, so I don't know if you watch that,
oh, so
but
you
I
yeah,
do.
I know
So
you like that. Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Um, I mean, one that I'm watching quite a lot right now is actually Max. I was texting you a little bit ago, but I've been doing my Lord of the Ring rewatch. So I'm
Yeah.
watching the extended edition, and thank you HBO Max for continuously having those extended editions for me. But unfortunately, unlike last year when I did my rewatch, now I have ads every 15 to
Yeah.
20 minutes, which is
Yep.
nauseating when you already have a 4.5 hour long movie you're trying to watch with ads stuck in the middle. But um, that's what I've been doing to rewatch on, and I just finished watching Creature Commander and Dune Prophecy, which we could talk about later. But yeah, right now I've been watching a lot of Max right now.
Max. Okay. So there's actually this one show. It's a little under the radar. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called
Oh,
Devil's Hour.
I
That
heard of
show
that.
is so good. I highly recommend watching that show. So with Devil's Hour, I'm not going to spoil anything. It starts off as a horror thriller sort of,
Hmm.
and it quickly turns into a sci-fi, and I really, really like it.
Okay. I might give it a shot because I'm looking for a new show to watch. I'm rewatching New Girls for like the 16th time
I
because
see. Okay.
thank you Disney Plus for at least giving me a sitcom to watch. Unlike Netflix only has like 4 seasons of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm like, what happened to other
Yeah.
five? I'm like,
I just yeah.
and How Much Your Mother. Every time I get to the last season, I get pissed off and just don't watch it for a long time again. So
Yeah, that's actually a show that I've rewatched quite a few times.
yeah,
I'm glad Netflix still has it.
agreed.
Um, but yeah,
But
Netflix has kind of gone off a lot of the sitcom. They've gone a lot of lawyer stuff, like Suits, I think, is on there,
yeah.
and I think they also have White Collar. I think there's
Oh,
one
did it
called
have
that.
White Collar? I've heard that show
Yeah,
is
yeah.
good. I've not seen
I
it.
actually just started watching it a little
Huh.
bit. It's good.
How is it?
Yeah,
Is it good?
yeah, it's good. It's good.
Nice,
It's
nice. Yeah.
fun.
I mean, yeah, I feel like Netflix used to have like used to home all of those sitcoms. They had How Much Your
Hmm.
Mother, New Girls, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Parks and Rec, The Office, but I feel like these companies like Peacock, what is it? NBC? Who
Yeah,
owns Peacock?
NBC, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
MSNBC or what NBC, whatever. One of them owns Peacock, so they took all those shows away, sadly. But
Hmm.
Netflix is killing it on their their originals. I still think they have some of the best as a whole, like as a group, some of the best like original content, in my opinion.
They do, but I'm very scared in investing any new show that they
Yes.
come up with because even if it's good, they'll just cancel it for no reason. And I'm like, what the hell, bro?
Oh, I'm still mad about Chaos.
Yeah, they
Chaos
canceled
was
Chaos,
such
right?
a good show, and then season 2 I was actually working on a video for Chaos, and I'm like, there's no
Hmm.
point of releasing it because season 2 got canceled, and I was kind of mad. I mean, I was a big fan of the OA. I know it's been like 5 or so years, but I'm still crying for a conclusion because that was a brilliant show. I mean, Inside Job, Love, Death, and Robots, like they have a lot of great originals that you don't get the love, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah. There's actually one original movie I recently watched on
Oh,
Netflix. It was called Carry On with Taron Egerton and
oh, I saw the
Nate.
trailer.
Yeah,
That looked good.
yeah. It's pretty bad.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it's pretty bad in my opinion. Definitely give it a watch. Did not like that movie.
that sucks because I like the actors.
Yes, and that's the thing. I like the actors.
Yeah.
Just the movie was dumb.
That's kind of sad. I mean, I just finished watching Squid Games, and
Yeah, how was
I
season two?
I was somebody who didn't think it deserved another season. I'm like, I liked it as
Hmm.
a ambiguous ending. Does he stop the games? Does he go to America with his daughter? I thought that was a perfect like branching off, leave it cliffhanger note, like leave it for
Right.
us to imagine. But season 2 surprised me. Um, Now I will say the marketing of the show was bad. They should have marketed season 2 as season 2 part 1, and part 2 will come out later 2025 because it just ends in the biggest cliffhanger. A lot of the plot lines are left dangling in
Wait, so
front of.
is it a two-parter or what?
They're considering it as season 3, which is why I think the marketing is bad. Because if they had marketed it
Okay.
as a season 2.1 and then 2.2 later on, or part 1, part 2, whatever they want to call it, it would make a lot more sense. Because they did that with Cobra Kai. I mean, back in
They did.
July, season 6, part 1, and then I
They
think
did a part two after
December was
that.
part
Yeah.
two, and then February part 3. So Cobra Kai did its parts. I'm like, why can't I feel like people would have been more appreciative of Squid Game season 2 if they had marketed accordingly because I came in expecting a full season and it just hits me at the end and I was like, wait, I had to wait another year or 8, 9, 9, 10, 11 months. I'm like, that kind of sucks. Great season. I just didn't like the ending.
Okay. That's good to know. So
Yeah.
when I do watch it, I'll keep that in mind.
And I'm not trying to scare you from the season because the season was really good. It
Okay.
was a fantastic season.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna watch it. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah, no, no. It was a
Yeah.
show that it took me about 2 weeks to finally sit down and watch it, but then I binged it in 2 days. It was like a show because the whole time I was like, do I need this? I'll watch it when I watch it, but then I watched like, oh, I forgot how good the show was and how
Yeah,
well they grip you.
that's the same thing, right? One streaming service that I think just has terrible marketing. It's Apple. Apparently, they have like just
Oh,
bangers of shows. Ted
yeah.
is awesome. I love that show.
What show?
Ted Lasso.
Oh, Ted Lasso. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And apparently, Severance is also really good, which I want to start watching.
But I
Um,
need Apple TV.
yeah, I need Apple TV.
Yeah, because
And
I was
there's also
mentioning.
something called
Oh,
shrinkage
the
or something.
shrinking. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah. Apparently,
yes.
that's also really good. But hey, who knows, man?
And yeah, because I actually had Apple TV for like a free month trial or something, and I binged the whole Ted Lasso. I actually binged, and I was talking to you about that. Part of the whole monster universe was Monarch, Legacy of the Monsters.
Monarch. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that was such a good show that I heard nothing about until I logged into my Apple TV and was like, oh, well, that looks good. Great actors. I like Kurt Russell. Oh, and Wyatt Russell, his son's in this. I'll give it a shot. Great
The
show.
funny thing is, you told me about it. I didn't know it existed.
And you like the Monster Universe, and I
I like
don't.
the Monster Universe.
And I don't, but the show was super good. And apparently they're making season two. Will I ever watch it? Hopefully
Who
soon, but
knows?
like, I know Apple TV apparently is so big, but one thing, and this is a side tangent, it's ridiculous that Apple TV will not allow you to download Apple TV on an Android phone.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. When I had
Why?
Apple TV for the month, I would try to download it on my phone so I could watch it when I'm downstairs or when I'm cooking or something. No, no Apple TV. You could use the web browser, but
Apple is so strange, man.
yeah, it's
It's like
so
imagine
ridiculous.
Google is like, yeah, we're not gonna let you download Gmail on iPhones.
Oh, you on YouTube? Sorry, no YouTube.
I know, it's like it's so
It's
dumb. They're gonna be
bonkers.
like, oh, it's some protocol or some shit like that. It's like, come on, dude. No, it's not. It's
Because
not protocol.
I have a Samsung TV and I'm able to watch Apple TV on my Samsung
Yeah,
TV.
yeah.
So why can't I watch
They're
it on
just
my
being
Samsung
difficult for
phone?
no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is the only reason why I personally just can't justify purchasing Apple TV because I do watch a lot of my shows on my phone. Even though I have a beautiful TV in my room, most of the time I'm at work and I'm watching it on my phone while working. Sorry, work. Don't listen to this, but
Yeah, yeah, just
yeah. Yeah,
they're not
just keep
listening.
yeah, no, no.
It's between us. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, no one yeah, no, no. But that's my side tangent.
All right, so should we get to the main topic? What
No, yeah,
streaming
definitely.
service we
Yeah.
think is the best?
Yeah, I have a feeling I can guess yours, but I want to hear your thought process. What is your favorite streaming service?
Okay, cool. So I think there are actually a lot of solid streaming services out there. And actually, if we look at the numbers real quick, Netflix leads it. Obviously, they've been in the game the longest. They have 282 million users. That's
Wow.
incredible. And I think what really helped Netflix was doing that one house policy or whatever. It
Mm-hmm.
sucks for us consumers. I totally agree. But they did see a rise in their subscriptions. So it really did work out for them.
Which is
W-
kind of annoying because a lot of people online, and there was a whole movement when they made that one house policy
there
that they're like,
was.
and it's, I'm not saying it's bad on Netflix side because I'm not going to make a opinionated judgment. You can take, you can
Yeah.
predict what my mindset is on that, but I was kind of hoping that that movement would have actually had some legs and
Backfired.
forced
Mm.
a lot of these other companies to realize, like, hey, we can't piss off the consumers. But unfortunately, the consumers didn't band together.
I'm totally with you because I'm kind of concerned with the other streaming services on what they do now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is a we need to wait and see kind of thing.
Exactly.
And second, the one that came in second place, that one actually surprised me, which is Amazon Prime. And I think the only reason for that is because freaking everyone has Prime now.
Exactly what I was going to say. People use
So they have like
Amazon for everything.
yeah. So that's at 230 million subscribers, and
I'm kind of wondering though, like, of those 230 million subscribers to
how many
Amazon
actually?
Prime, how
Yeah.
many are active watchers of Amazon Prime TV or like movies or
Yeah.
like the actual video streaming side of
The
things?
thing though is with Amazon Prime, I think they bought this free service, Freevee or something like that. So a lot of people who want to just get some free content as well will go on it just to watch some live TV.
Oh, I never heard
So
that. That's interesting.
yeah, they're definitely trying stuff, and they also have what's that, Thursday night football. They still do
Hmm.
that sometimes.
I mean,
So I guess
Netflix does too now. You know that Netflix now
yeah.
has football games, and they have UFC, right? Or is it WWE? Which one?
No, it's the fake. It's the WWF or whatever.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's interesting that Netflix and Amazon are both moving into live content, and I'm.
yeah. That's where the money is.
But it's kind of, isn't that the whole point of cable was the
Cable cutting.
live, and now we went away from that to streaming
Right.
service all the way back to it's weird.
Well, dude, life is a circle. Shit comes back.
But I'm curious though, like what would be third place then on the user
Yeah,
list?
so third place at 158 million. So that's quite a big drop off in my opinion between the two Netflix and Prime because I was like over 230.
Hmm.
It's at 158 million. It's Disney Plus. So I'm guessing that's Disney Plus and Hulu combined because most people combine it. So
Yeah.
I think though from what I had seen recently, Disney is the one of the faster growing services. So I think they're capitalizing on a lot of market share.
Well, because they also have the ESPN bundle and the Hulu bundle, so they have a
Yeah,
lot of great bundles out there. Plus, they had that 99 cents deal that happened back in Christmas, right? Or was it New Year's?
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He also had that HBO Max deal, if I'm not mistaken. Right? It was like three
Oh,
of
they
them.
did, yeah. HBO Max, Hulu, and Disney Plus for like a
Yeah.
group. I think it's like $20
It's
group
like
package deal.
16.99 or some
Or was
shit
that
like that. Yeah,
16.99?
yeah.
Yeah, which is a pretty. I kind of wish
That's a
I
good
jumped on
deal.
that because
Yeah.
I didn't know about it until after the deal was done, and I was like, oh, that
Okay.
was kind of cool.
Yeah, and then towards the bottom, I think you have HBO, and I think that was a lot of people left after Game of Thrones, and
Oh,
then I don't think a lot of people capitalized on the what came after Game of Thrones? House of Dragon.
House of Dragons,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think it pumped their numbers up as expected.
But then also they have that issue when because they were bought out by Warner Brothers and they made a
Mm,
big switch on apps from like HBO Go now Max to just Max and
yeah, yeah,
Warner.
I
Yeah,
think they finally settled on whatever their name is now.
yeah, because there was a time when there was like 6 different HBO apps out there, confusing.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like using an Android for messaging.
Hey, that is true. That's one thing Apple
Nah,
does have on top of us. I'll give them
yeah.
that.
Nah, I think Google is like
Getting there.
conforming to
Yeah.
Google Messages. And lastly is Paramount. Makes sense. 72 million. I don't even know what's in Paramount, honestly.
Besides Parks and Rec.
That's Peacock.
Oh, Paramount. Yeah, what is on Paramount?
No idea. Probably Star Trek, if I'm not
Oh yeah, I
mistaken.
think they do own some of the Star Trek content.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting that Prime and Netflix are that much ahead of the competition. That's very interesting
Mm.
to see. I thought maybe HBO would be top two or something, but that's interesting that Prime and Netflix holds a spot still.
And so I think looking at the list there, mine is probably going to be Amazon Prime that I lean towards as probably being one that you should pay for.
Okay, so that's why now it's
And
like one of your favorites that you're
yeah,
using.
yeah, I think the content they produce is just at such an incredibly high level.
Hmm.
Fallout was just phenomenal.
That is
I
true.
loved that show. And then they also have Invincibles, which is a top tier animated show. They have The Boys. They
Hmm.
have some great movies on it too that I can't really think of right now. But I also like their integration. So Amazon Prime does a really good job with integrating with other services. So if you pay for Crunchyroll, you can access it through Amazon Prime.
Oh
And
wow.
if you pay for Apple, you can access it online, like through their same setup. I think they've done a very good job with trying to create that one
Seamless
ecosystem
integration.
kind of look. So My pick is Amazon Prime.
No, I gotta say, of all the streaming services, I think Amazon Prime is definitely the most worth the money. Now, it's not my favorite streaming service of, the recent years I've been
Mhm.
using, but I do think it's probably the best worth money because on top of just the movie, you do get Amazon Music. You have a little bit Kindle subscription added to that,
Right.
and you have obviously Amazon Shopping, which it's honestly a great umbrella of stuff that's
For the
included.
price, yeah.
Yeah, for the subscription. Now, I did say, like, for me, it's HBO Max, or Max, they call it now. That is my favorite, at least for 2024. I think I used it the most, or second most. It might be tied with Disney Plus, like, usage-wise, but I think Max has just shows that caught me off guard that I had no anticipation, no expectations for. Like, Penguin. I mean, I liked the Batman movie. Robert Pattinson killed it, but I really had no anticipation or no, like, will like if it comes out, if it's good, I'll watch it. But Penguin was amazing. It blew me away. Same as Creature Commander. I mean, I didn't really care that James Gunn was starting his DCU
Hmm.
by an animated project. I was like, that's kind of weird, but it was a great show. So I think honestly, I think Max is killing it for me. I know we had that blunder with House of the Dragons, but I'm hoping they
Yeah.
redeem themselves with the Knights of the Seven Kingdom, which comes out in April, which is about Duncan the Tall, based on the novellas. Great novellas. If you haven't read them, Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, they're fantastic short stories. But I'm hoping they redeem the Westeros world by that show. But I'm liking Max right now.
Max is good. Max has some solid stuff, as you just mentioned. Um, I think for me, it was just at a certain time before they came up with some of these good shows, there was a good period where they were just
Nothing.
regurgitating like the say old movies and stuff like that. That Harry Potter, I think, and
Mm-hmm.
Lord of the Rings, and that's primarily what I was watching it for. But I think their slate is becoming better.
Yeah, I think after the Game of Thrones ended and Westworld ended, well, canceled, sadly. But those like the big shows, right before Warner Brothers bought HBO, and then once that buyout took place, there's a lot of like cuts that was made, a lot of shows that were canceled. And then it seems like finally the two companies now the ownership I guess is finally settled. I think things are finally coming out high quality again.
Yeah, for sure. And with James Gunn, it's like the DC shit is gonna be good.
Oh yeah,
So
and that's one thing I'm actually going to mention because I have a feeling because Max owns all of the DC umbrella.
mhm.
What I think is going to happen is whenever a movie within the DC universe gets released, whether it be 2, 3, 4 months, however long they want to wait, it's automatically going to go on HBO Max. Unlike the issue I have with Disney Plus, is a lot of the Disney MCU movies take a long time to appear on Disney Plus, and once it is on Disney Plus, if it's a Spider-Man project or if Spider-Man's in it, you have a high percent chance that Sony's gonna cause some BS and it's gonna leave Disney Plus for 6, 7 months, and then it'll come back for a
Yeah,
month. And
that's true.
I know it's because of contractual, like legal rights and all that, but I think Max, at least you can guarantee whatever's within that umbrella is gonna stay on that network. Until Max breaks up, which I don't see that happening anytime soon. So that's the only issue I have with Disney Plus versus like what Max has. I definitely can't wait to see how they utilize, I guess, the whole DC umbrella.
Yeah, so you touched on Disney. Disney, I think 2020 to 2023, I think
Hmm.
I really liked it. They had The Mandalorian, and then they had all the great movies. So I think for a while, Disney was my go-to. But man, I can't really remember the last time I logged into Disney. Hulu, I still do. I really like Hulu. They have some great stuff. Like they have some anime like Bleach and
Yeah.
a few others that I can't remember right now. But for those reasons, I do go back. Oh yeah, they have Dragon Ball Daima, if I'm not mistaken. So
I don't know. Hot take, Disney might be my second favorite streaming service. I'm a sucker for
Okay.
all the MCU content, the good and the bad. I'll definitely admit when like a show is bad. Like you and I didn't really care for Echo, but I enjoyed it every week. I knew it wasn't a great show, but I just love the universe. I just love what Disney has created within the MCU bubble. Um,
That show pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie.
like what if? What if is not a
What if
brilliant.
it's great? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a great written show. There's a lot of plot holes within their what if story, but
But it's
it's
fun.
just super fun. Like,
Yeah.
have you seen season three?
No. I haven't.
No? It
Yeah.
is the last season, which is kind of sad, but like they have Kingo, from Internals, played by Kumail Nanjiani,
Yeah.
have an Indian dance off with Catherine Hahn's Agatha, Bollywood style, which she was doing her classical 70s or 60s era music, and they were
That's
going at it. And it was
funny.
the most randomest shit ever. It's wonderful. I love it. You had Mech Suit Avengers versus Godzilla Hulk.
Oh my gosh.
It's dumb, but I eat all of it up. Like even Acolyte, it wasn't a well-written show. I loved the shit out of it. I'm mad that Disney canceled it because I enjoyed even the worst parts of the show to even the best parts of the show. I ate everything up, and
Mhm.
I'm just easy to please when it comes to like Marvel and Star Wars related stuff. But I'm just a sucker for it. I loved everything they've released so far, and I think that's where Disney Plus is my second because I'll admit they're not high quality shows. I just enjoy them.
Okay. Hey, no. We all have our guilty pleasures, and it's not that. Like, it's not terrible
Yeah,
to where I'd make fun of someone for liking the Acolyte or something, but
yeah,
it's still content. Like it's decent,
and
and that's why they have 158 million people.
yeah. One thing I gotta say about Disney Plus though is and I think Max did this when like a couple years ago. I don't think they've done it since. But y'all gotta stop removing shows and content that you yourself produced. You're not paying anything to keep your project
Yeah,
on.
that's
They
weird.
got rid of like Willow. I know Max got rid of Westworld. HBO Max got rid of Westworld. Westworld is even though season three suffered and season four has like minor issues. I love season four. Even though y'all canceled it without finishing season five, keep it on your streaming
Hmm.
service. Same as Willow. It wasn't a amazing show, but I enjoyed it. It was a cute show. If you watch the movies, that movie was far better, obviously. But you have you bring back the same actor. What's his name? Warwick Davis, who's such a fantastic actor. Like he was mad that they got rid of it. Like he came out and he's been with Disney forever, and he came out and spoke against Disney that y'all gotta stop removing shit. Like that's ridiculous. And it's sad to see like actors are like they work so hard, they are so joyful for a project,
Yeah,
only for it to be
it's
off the streaming service, and you just can't watch it anywhere now. It's gone.
right.
They
And
didn't make a DVD.
that's the thing with digital. You never truly own anything.
Yeah, because unlike when you own the DVD or Blu-ray, you can just pop it in and watch it
Yeah.
whenever. And that's an issue. Like shows like Willow, it didn't get a DVD release. I don't think Westworld got a
No.
DVD release. So like you just can't watch it unless you watch it illegal sites. Which is that what they're encouraging? Do they want us?
Sometimes it feels that way, man.
Yeah,
Sometimes it feels that way. So Netflix for me, it's comfort. I've had it forever. Once I get onto it, I know I'll spend 30 minutes looking for something, and then I'll end up putting something I've already seen,
yeah,
like Kim's Convenience or any other show that I've seen a million times. Oh, Schitt's Creek. Yeah, that's a go-to. It's like so, and I also have my issues with Netflix where they do cancel a little too quickly for my
yeah.
liking. But for the most part, there are shows that I do wait for, movies I do wait for. Shows like Stranger Things are top tier. There's such good shows. Yes, it takes 5 years in between every season, which sucks, but I still watch every season intently.
I think that is probably my biggest issue with Netflix. I know other streaming services are just as bad at this, but when you have to wait 5 years for a new season, I forget
Yeah.
everything that happens, and I'm more or less encouraged. I'm like, I've already seen the show once. I don't want to rewatch 5 seasons worth of content just to understand what's going on,
Yeah.
and I do end up tuning out. Now Stranger Things is a show I have not yet tuned out on, but there's been shows I can't think off the top of my head that tells you how much, like 13 Reasons Why is one of them. But like season 2, I just gave up and just stopped watching it because I'm like it was too far apart, and I'm just like at that point it was just like I don't need to keep watching this. And
Yeah.
when you have
I
a
get
long
that.
gap, there's so many other shows that fills the bubbles, and I get too
Yeah.
invested in other shows to get reinvested in something else.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think they also have some good original movies, like They Know the Home series.
Oh yeah,
Really
that was good.
fun. I
I
really
think
like
they do
it.
number 3.
Yeah, it seems like it. And
Hmm.
then there's also another one, Damsel. That was a pretty fun, dumb movie.
I've
But
not seen that. Yeah, heard of it.
yeah, it's pretty good. It's Millie Bobby Brown. She does a
Hmm.
very good job with it. But they do have quality stuff, and I think for me that's why it's still something that I pay for.
Now, one
Should
thing
I
I
keep
am,
paying for it? Probably not.
I mean, going back to the numbers you mentioned, you said with 282 million subs on Netflix.
Yeah,
I'm very shocked about like that number itself. I know it's been around the longest, but when
yeah.
was the last time you seen a Netflix advertisement?
Some companies don't need to advertise.
Yeah, but I feel like if they advertised the shows like Chaos, for instance, I did not see one advertisement on Chaos. The only reason why I knew about that show is not Jeff Goldblum. It's not any of the countless of fantastic actors in that show. It was Harold. I cannot pronounce his last name. But his daughter is in the show, Aurora. Harold was. I can't. Like I said, I can't pronounce his last name. I can't remember it. It starts with P. But he was in Lost, and I follow him on Twitter, and he posted, "My
Hmm.
daughter's in this upcoming show with Jeff Goldblum." Chaos. I was like, "Oh, Jeff Goldblum playing an Olympic god," and or his daughter's in it. I was like, "Oh, cool. Like, that's kind of that seems like an
Yeah,
interesting concept." The fact that a dad of an actress has to advertise for your company is kind of sad. Like Netflix, you
it
have so much
is.
money.
It is. And I think Netflix uses their landing page as their advertisement because as soon as you
Yeah,
enter it, it starts playing random shit that you think will be interesting, kind
yeah,
of.
but I know they have 282 million subscribers, but the thing is that not everybody watches those like clips. Sometimes it's in the
Agree.
background and they're talking. It's in the background. It's background noise. Would if they have like a commercial like on any sporting events, Chaos out February 8th with Jeff Goldblum, and you just have a couple clips. You can
Agree.
have a
Yeah.
30-second ad spot. People be like, "Oh, Jeff Goldblum is playing a Zeus." That I have to see. That's a wild concept. It's a wild concept that worked that we will never get season 2 from. So that's my biggest issue with Netflix when it comes to marketing side of things.
I definitely agree though.
Yeah.
It's pretty trash.
But like you said, I guess they don't have to market when you have 282 million subscribers. So I guess when you have that amount of people in your bubble, how much more can you gain, right?
Yeah.
I think Netflix is right now just trying to retain them and trying to make sure they don't leave. I don't think they care about gaining new
Hmm.
people anymore, which is sad for some of the smaller shows like Chaos and stuff. But
We'll see. Yeah, I think they still have pretty decent growth, but I think it was because they switched the way that we do subscriptions.
hmm
Yeah, I think those are the main ones we wanted to talk about, right? There were a few
yeah,
smaller ones I wanted to bring up real quick. There was a YouTube channel. They were College Humor. They transitioned to Dropout, but they also created their own streaming service, Dropout, which I
TV, right?
highly, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I highly recommend checking it out. Their content is so good. They put
Do you
so much
have
effort into it.
you had the subscription?
I had it, but I'll see I'm redoing it.
Okay. Yeah, because I
Yeah,
was actually thinking of subscribing to it. I watched their stuff on YouTube, some of their shorts
yeah.
and all that, and they are hilarious. So I was
They're
thinking of
so
supporting
talented.
them. That's good. Yeah.
Their D&D stuff is brilliant. They also have some game shows that are really fun.
Yeah, Sam Rice has definitely created amazing network from what I could tell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And then there's another YouTube group. They're from New Zealand, VLDL, Viva La Dirt League. So they came up with Viva Plus, and also their content. They put so much effort into it,
They do.
and
It is
I
amazing.
highly recommend if you have money and you're thinking of, hey, should I get I don't know, Disney, or
Paramount.
should I, yeah, Paramount, or should I split that same amount between these two people who don't charge that much? Support those guys. They're so good.
100%. No, I definitely agree. Those are two great shout outs.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, talking about I guess TV shows, there is a big show coming on Disney Plus. Are you? I know you haven't seen Daredevil, but are you interested at all for the Daredevil TV
Oh,
show?
100%. Yeah.
Are you gonna Are you gonna watch any of the Netflix shows, season 1 to 3, or are you just gonna go in and kind of blind?
I was gonna go in there like Daredevil.
Jesus, dude. Oh man. Okay, getting canceled on the first podcast. Oh, okay. Hey, I respect it. I respect the effort, but yeah, no. That Have you seen the trailer?
No, I've heard some great things about it though.
Okay. Watch the trailer. I'm curious to see your expectations because I thought it blew it out of the water. I was hyped for this, but I was so like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Okay.
Like,
Awesome.
yeah, it looks great. Is there any other big shows that's coming out that's on any of the streaming services anytime soon that you're interested in?
So, big shows. I I think we will be getting Devil's Hour, the third season
Oh,
soon.
nice. Okay.
So I can't wait for that. And then for me, it's just, dude, it's anime. So we just got the season 2 of Solo Leveling. Super awesome
Oh, that's the one
so
you were telling
far.
me to watch. It's
Yeah,
like that video
highly recommend
game
it.
style,
Yeah,
right? Yes. Okay.
really, really good. And Bleach Core 3 just ended, so probably next year we'll get Core 4. And can't wait for that either.
Are you caught up with Cobra Kai?
No, not yet.
Okay. Because I think
Yeah.
the last part of the final season drops next month or in March. I have not yet seen part two. I just finished watching part one of the
How was
newest
the one?
season. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
My biggest complaint, I think, for the last season, I feel like it became more like a soap opera.
Ah,
I feel like
yeah,
this last season, though, I think it feels more structured for the most part again, versus it
that's good.
being a lot of unnecessary plot lines. But I'm definitely interested to see how they wrap it up. So I know that comes out soon, so I'll probably end up binging it back to back. But
Hmm.
yeah, other than that, this hasn't been. I mean, I mentioned earlier, Knights of the Seven Kingdom comes out. Are you gonna be watching that?
I'm gonna see. Just
Hmm.
like how I waited for House of the Dragon, I'm
Yeah.
gonna wait. I want to see.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna watch it because I'm easy to please. Even though I didn't, even though House of Dragons had a lot of issues, I still enjoyed it. Same thing with Rings of Power. Even though Rings of Power wasn't brilliant, I still enjoyed it. So,
Yeah, yeah. I got
and
opinions.
the issue with the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, the reason why I'm like even more excited is unlike season two of House of the Dragons, George Martin actually gave his approval. He gave his stamp of approval on the show. He's like, this show is exactly how I envisioned my books. Not exactly how he said it, but that's basically said. And if he likes it, I have a feeling I'll like it. He
That's
said a lot of bad things about season two House of the Dragons. I think you and I agreed. So
yeah.
yeah.
Um, if George wants his adaptations done well, he should finish his book. I
I
think.
mean, technically, the House of the Dragons has no excuse to be bad because
I know, but I'm
it
still searing with Game of Thrones, man. Still bothers me.
oh yeah, I don't understand how season one dropped when Dance of the Dragons dropped. Season eight came and went, and Winds of Winter still has not showed up. We've had season eight, we had like a 4 year break, and then we had 2 seasons of House of the Dragons and a new show about to come out. We still don't have Winds.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man,
They couldn't wait forever.
that's another rant I can go on. Love you, George, but my man, gotta get typing.
At least he's reviewing his own shit. Doing something.
Yeah, yeah, he's still typing about that. But no. No, but outside of that, is there anything else that you're interested in or that you're like just wanting to dive into?
More movies? I don't know. I think this year is going to be phenomenal for movies.
Oh yeah, I definitely because this is like a new Mission Impossible, a new Avatar. a new what Superman movie, Jurassic Park movie,
I know.
Fantastic Four. Like, jeez, I'm just like thinking of them.
This this year is slated for some great movies, and I just can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the new biggest movie is the one that tickets are just now came on sale for
Yeah,
Captain America, right?
Captain.
Yeah, that
I hope it does
seems.
well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of skeptical due to all the reshoots and re-edits and
Hmm. Right.
rewrites that the movie has gone through. But the fact that they finally, have you seen any trailers? Do you want any mild spoilers?
Yeah, I've seen the trailers.
Okay, you do
Yeah.
know what they're fighting over, right? In the
Maybe I
water, in the
didn't catch
ocean.
that.
Okay, if
Oh
you,
yes.
it's the thing from Eternals, the celestial body that was
Yeah.
coming out of the ocean,
They're finally
and
tying it
yeah, they're probably trying to get it in with like 4 years later, but. In one of the newest trailers, Harrison Ford's Thaddeus Ross's President Ross character, he said something about adamantium, which is the Wolverine metal clause. So I'm
Yeah.
curious if that is where they're going to get it from. Is that celestial body? Is that actually going to be an adamantium mine? Which would be a fantastic way on slowly bringing in the X-Men's and all of that fantastical
That
stuff.
would be very interesting.
And you got the Red Hulk. Come on, like I hope this movie is good. Like you have so many interesting concepts. I hope it's good. I want Anthony Mackie to have a win. He deserves a win, especially
Yeah.
his
Oh,
suit is
have you seen
fantastic.
Twisted Metal?
Oh, I was meaning to watch that. I've heard great things about that.
Okay, yeah. It's Tiffany Beatrice as well. Really
Yeah,
good.
have you seen
Definitely
it?
go watch it. Yes, I
Mm.
did. It's great.
It's 2 seasons, right?
One. The second
One.
one
Okay.
will be coming out. Yeah.
Okay, that's what. Okay, I've heard the second. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, that looks fantastic. Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks trippy as hell.
It's fun. It's a very fun one.
Okay, cool, cool. I'll definitely give it a watch. But yeah, outside of Captain America, I mean, obviously the other hot news is on the other side of the spectrum, Superman. I have no, I have no worries about that movie. I think it's in good
I am
hands.
so hyped for that movie.
Yeah, I have,
I
yeah,
oh they
no
introduced it with
worries.
crypto, man. I'm so hyped.
Oh, the dog was adorable.
I know. Such a
And
good
apparently they started filming Supergirl. And did you hear that they also announced a director? I am blanking on the director's name. Maybe if you heard about that, but he's doing Clayface.
what's Clayface?
It's a DC monster. It's a DC monster villain, but he was briefly in the Creature Commander TV show, but they're actually doing a movie based on that villain's character. So I'm very interested on why they're doing a big villain. Like he's not even a big villain. He used to like a
Anti-hero.
no, I wouldn't say anti. I really don't know much about him in the comics. I'll be honest, but from my understanding, he's usually just like a side bad guy, like a bad guy of the week type thing.
Hmm.
So I'm very interested to see how that's going to be.
Nice.
Apparently, it's going to be like a body horror
Ooh.
movie. So that's being worked on. He is, apparently they're working on. Like I said, Supergirl is being filmed. Millie Alcock from House of Dragons playing the character Supergirl. So that's gonna be interesting to
That'll be
see.
fun.
Yeah.
It's good.
And you heard who got casted to play I think it's Lobo in the movie. Yeah, he's another DC character, but I'm gonna show you a picture of him. I'm gonna send you a photo here. You're gonna I want to see if you can guess who it is. Look at Discord. I just sent it to you. Take a guess on who's gonna be playing him.
Like Jason Momoa? I don't know.
Yeah, Jason
Oh,
Momoa.
really? That's funny. Yeah, I can see it.
So I mean, whatever he's doing, he's cooking up something, and
Yeah.
and he's going to be apparently featured in the Supergirl movie, and he's apparently going to be an extended role, so he's not going to just be killed off. From what I could tell, he's going to be in multiple
Oh, nice.
projects.
Nice.
So I mean, and obviously Peacemaker season 2 comes out, I think this year.
Is it? Okay. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's such
So
a good show.
whatever James Gunn is cooking up there, Superman Legacy, all these different things are being greenlit. I'm very excited. Um, Now
Gun
one
is
thing.
cooking, you're eating.
Exactly. One thing though, I have a question because we do know Robert Pattinson is not going to be this DCU universe's Batman. Who would you cast for the Batman? I'm curious to see if you can. Who would you pick?
I would go with the younger Batman.
Okay.
Not not a senior Batman.
No,
Because I
no,
think it would just
because
work well with Superman also being younger.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know who I'd go for.
I don't know. I'm thinking like, who is that? I think it's like Alan something. Isn't he like in the Jack Reacher TV show or
Him?
um,
Alan Richmond or
which is
something?
which son? Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's a very very big muscular and he's a good
He's
looking.
huge.
And
He's a
Batman
big dude.
should be huge,
Oh, yeah,
especially if you're
that's
gonna be
true.
going, if especially if you're gonna be teaming up with like a Superman and David. I can't remember his last name. If you've seen the pictures of him, like when he's working out, like for this role of Superman,
Mhm.
that guy is a truck. He is a
Yeah, he
tank.
is.
So, if you're gonna have Batman playing side by side with David's Superman, who's gonna be unnecessarily big, you're gonna need an unnecessarily big Batman. I think Alan, I haven't seen him act in anything, but just based on looks, I kind of want to see him as Batman because I feel like he just has that like I don't want to get into this guy. Like I don't want to piss him off attitude because I feel like if I piss him off, I'm gonna be in Arkham Asylum, mentally ill.
He seems like a gentle giant.
Yeah.
But
No, no, he seems like a gentle giant. I'm saying I don't want to piss him off because
yeah,
he can
I
definitely just yeah.
I don't see it though for Batman. But hey, maybe.
Okay. No,
Yeah,
I'm just throwing a I know I've definitely seen his
it's
name
a
floating
good
around.
shot. Yeah.
I've definitely seen people float his name around, so I'm not original on that pick by any means, but
Okay.
I just think he'd be kind of cool. Like I said, I haven't seen him act in anything that I know of, so I don't know if he's a good actor or not, but I just kind of want to see like a big. He's younger too, just a big muscular like Batman. Like I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. I think that's one thing Ben Affleck was. Ben Affleck Batman was huge.
He was jacked. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Super
loved it. I
chubby then.
think even though I
Yeah.
may not like the movies that he was in as Batman, I think he was a fantastic Batman, and I
Yeah.
want to
I
see
enjoyed him as
yeah,
Batman.
and I want to see another big man Batman. So.
Yeah.
Because Rob Pattinson, even though he is big, I feel he's more lean.
Yeah. No, he's nimble, agile. Yeah, leaner.
Yeah. But yeah, outside of that, then was there anything else that you wanted to talk about?
No, I think this year is poised to be really, really fun. But we go to a new topic, the our new session. What is it? It's rumors and hot topics.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like we covered all the rumors we could think of. We covered a little bit of the Superman stuff, the Daredevil stuff, the Captain America. Um, do you want to talk about? I guess James Cameron announced that 100% his new Avatar movie is coming out this December. He showed some leaked pictures of the Ash Nation. Was there anything there that made you interested? I know you haven't seen Avatar 2, so I don't think you have any.
Nah, this guy's a big fan of Avatar: Last Airbender. It seems.
Who, me or him?
No,
Oh, yeah,
James Cameron.
yeah, the Ash Nation, which is like a nation that flies around to the wind. Yeah, it seems like it seems
It seems like he has a vision.
yeah, it's a vision, but
I just don't get it.
I
Like
don't get it. I don't
as I
see
told
it.
you, I wasn't a fan of the Avatar movies.
Yeah, I enjoy them as a one-time watch because they're just
Hmm.
beautiful cinematography, like films. They're just beautiful films.
Hmm.
The
Right.
cinematography is fantastic. The writing is shady.
It's definitely an occasion to go.
Yeah, it's definitely something I say watch in theaters. I'll definitely watch this new movie in theaters. Or I'll remember it after I leave theaters. I'll probably remember how beautiful it was.
Yeah.
That's all. I'll be honest. That's all I remember from Avatar 2. It was a fantastically beautiful film. Like the water sequences, the action sequences, beautiful. I couldn't tell you what the movie was about.
Oh man, I
Cause
know, I
cause
know.
he just showed off some photos of the movie, and I guess that means he's ramping up for a trailer coming out soon. I know Super Bowl is coming out in a couple of weeks. The Super Bowl is,
February.
so
Yeah, yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna have a couple of good trailers coming out. I'm curious to see
Ooh,
what
what trailer do you
trailers.
think we'll get? Do you have something out of left field?
Fantastic Four.
Oh, that would be huge.
I that's the
That
only
would
thing.
be
That's the
huge.
only big maybe. I don't think Jurassic World can. I mean, they are the third highest grossing movie series,
Uh-huh.
surprisingly, but.
I'm gonna say we're gonna get our first Zootopia 2.
Is that coming out this year? Right. It
Yeah,
is.
end of this year.
But if it's coming out end of this year, you think they're gonna release that trailer so
I
early?
don't know. Maybe.
Hmm.
We'll see. I know it's very early, but
What
what better
other
way to remind everyone, hey, Zootopia 2,
there's
we're
a
still
light at the
here.
end of the 2025 tunnel? I mean, I can't wait for that movie to come out, but
Yeah, me too.
yeah,
I like your pick though. Fantastic Four. That'd be phenomenal.
I mean, Fantastic Four comes out what? July?
July, yeah.
And they're competing directly with Superman, which comes out 2 weeks earlier. I think Superman's like July 11th, and I think Fantastic Four is like July 20 something. So I mean, you're directly competing with Superman, and they just released a trailer that blew everybody off. You know, it
Yeah,
had one of the highest view counts for any movie trailer in almost like for a long time. I think the last one
yeah.
that hit that high was probably maybe one of the Star Wars films, the
Transformers.
sequels or Transformers or something. I don't know. Hopefully not
Yeah.
Transformers, but
Come on, man. I loved a few of those.
yeah, I liked a few of them. Then like all
One,
of them.
two, and then the newest one, Age of Extinction. I think that wasn't bad. No, was it Age of
Age of
whatever the
Extinction
new
came out like 10 years ago, dude.
no whatever the newest one was. I
The
forgot.
Battle Beast one?
Yeah, that was actually pretty
Ye-
good.
Oh, you like the animated one?
What? Oh
You
yeah,
didn't?
that one that was phenomenal. Oh my
I've
God,
not seen that.
yes.
Have you seen? Okay, I've been
Yeah,
wanting to watch it.
Transformers One or whatever.
Yeah, I
It's
do want to watch
so
it.
good. It's so
That's
good.
about Megatron and Optimus when they were friends or something, right?
Yep, when they were kids, when they were young.
So does the whole movie take place in Cybertron?
Yep.
Oh, so no Earth, none of that nonsense, and the humans.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
and Chris
good.
Hemsworth does Optimus Prime. You don't think it works. It works really, really well.
Wow. Huh.
Because
I didn't know he
Optimus
was in that.
doesn't start off with his deep voice, his Optimus Prime. Like, he doesn't start off that way.
Yeah.
He starts off as a kid, and he develops that voice towards the end because of stuff that happens. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, I'll definitely give it a watch. 'Cause I've heard good things about it. I know nothing about that, so I'll give
Yeah.
it a watch. Yeah, there's a lot that I need to watch, man. I one of these
Not
days I'm just
enough
gonna write a
time.
list. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna write a list of like my most like what I want to watch next. Like make a list of it and then just go down the list and not add anything to it to catch up. But
Talking more on the entertainment side, TikTok being banned. That sucks.
oh
Right?
yeah. It's. I mean, we're filming this on Saturday evening, but I know it's banned on Sunday morning. It's gonna be banned, so that's gonna be kind of sad for a lot of.
It'll probably be reinstated by the time this video comes out. But in the moment, it's
Yeah, in the
sad.
moment, it's sad for all the content creators. I know a lot of people made a lot of like their hard-earned money, and now
Yeah.
they I need to figure out a new gig or something for them to do, and it's kind of like you're working and then you're just laid off, and you have no idea what's next. Even though this has been talked about, let's be real, nobody thought this was going to happen.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
it
agree.
probably, I don't understand why it happened. I don't want to get into the whole politics of things, but
Yeah, yeah, it's not very political. Yeah.
I just think it's kind of ridiculous because if it is the whole, China spying on us, don't we buy things from Shein or don't we buy things from like Temu and isn't that owned by China, that app? So I mean,
Yeah.
if the excuse is China, then I feel like we should ban a lot more stuff than just an app. But
I will say though, whatever this is, it's a show of strength in either way.
yeah,
Um, One Nation saying that it doesn't matter if you're the most popular app in our nation, we're gonna ban you, and then they ban them. And then the next strength is gonna be, oh look, they've opened up the app again. They don't care. We changed nothing, and they opened up the app.
yeah.
So someone somewhere is gonna either
I
make a lot of
know
money or do a lot of
there's
influence.
some talk because that was like the stipulation is if they sell it to like an American company or a European company, apparently that will be okay.
Hmm.
I know there's been a couple people who's put their hats in the ring. I know Elon Musk has mentioned. I think uh, Zuckerberg was in talks, but I'm not sure. But who, if anybody, would you want to go to one of the
From the people that I've heard, I wouldn't mind Mr. Beast out of all the other
is
billionaires.
he in the talks?
Talks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. When I say talks, it's all loosely
Yeah.
because no one has actually came out and said anything. It's what people have been theorizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of any of those billionaires.
I mean, yes and
Uh,
no. I would respect them if they bought it back but not change anything within the terms and policy and just allow the creators to maintain where they where they started off at. But if they come in and try adding or taking things out,
yeah.
like I don't want to. Obviously Elon did the same. He did it to Twitter. He got rid of the verification process, which created a whole mess for almost 2 years, which is finally slowly cleaning up. But then because of that, he lost a lot of advertisers because people were able to just name themselves Walmart and then get themselves verified, where they can start spamming and doing trolling and all that. And I know that caused a headache. So I'm hoping if one of those billionaires do buy it, they just don't mess with what's already in place, the security measures.
Yeah, yeah, no, I think from the ones listed, I can see
Mm-hmm.
them making changes. So, yeah.
I'm definitely interested to see what happens. It's kind of sad to see it gone, but I'm curious to see what the repercussions are. I hate to say it, but I want to see what the long term effects are going to be.
The US government should buy it.
That would be funny. That would be so. Now it's a U.S. governmental owned aid.
That would be hilarious.
You know damn well that app is never going to work.
Because I bet you the Chinese government would then try and ban that app there.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be a
So
funny back
it
and
would just
forth.
be funny.
It'd be
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, it'd be funny. If the Obamacare website is anything to say, it's going to crash within 24 hours and take 5 days to come back up. But I would love to see it happen just because it would be
Oh,
funny on
goodness.
both sides of things. It'd be funny of
It
how
would be.
incompetent the government is to handling it.
And
And it's funny
sometimes
because
chaos is
China.
fun.
Oh yeah, sometimes you got to stir a pot to have some fun in life. But yeah, definitely that'd be quite fun to watch. But it's sad to see. I hope whoever, if you guys listen to this and you guys are, unfortunately impacted by that, hopefully you guys find a new app, a new home. But I'm sorry, drop your
It's
information down
tough.
below. Yeah,
Every algorithm is so different, and once you've created your niche in one, it's so
it's hard.
difficult to
Yeah, hard to
transition to
gain
the
them
other.
back.
So, yeah, it's really shitty for a
And if
lot
you
of
want
people.
to go ahead, drop your, if you are a content creator or anything, drop it down in the comments. Let us know, let people know. So if, we can check you guys out and hopefully we can help push you to a new following or on a new app or wherever you're going. So let us know.
Yeah, I so there is stuff in Hollywood happening, like lawsuits and shit.
Oh yeah.
Blake Lively and Baldoni, dude.
I
I'm not a
was,
lawyer, but I do listen to lawyers,
yeah.
and I I think right now it's just all PR. It's just one camp being better than the other.
Well, you
You're not gonna
heard,
know the truth
no,
till
no.
much later.
But the odd thing is, so, his last name is Baldoni. Is that correct? Justin
Hmm.
Baldoni? He's also now suing Ryan Reynolds based on the character Nice Pool from Deadpool and Wolverine, claiming that Ryan Reynolds created that character so they can mock him for being a nice guy, and that character was created out of spite of Justin. And so he's suing Disney and he's suing Ryan Reynolds. I'm just like,
That is hilarious. I'm sure no one was even thinking about that, but now everyone's gonna think about it.
and I feel like if you had to come out and say I'm a nice guy and they made a movie about how I'm too nice of a guy, it doesn't really make me think you're a nice guy, right?
I don't
I
know.
don't know anything about this. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what the controversy is. But just that fact alone made me laugh. I was like, that's a very odd and specific thing to sue over. How are you going to justify that in a court hearing? Like, Your Honor, I'm such a nice guy and he made fun of me for being nice and killed me in a movie.
Right. Right.
Like, I want repercussions for being a nice guy.
It's like, I'm so
Alright.
nice, I'm gonna sue you.
I'm gonna sue you, I'm gonna sue your wife, I'm gonna sue Disney, and I'm gonna sue the production company behind their movie that they were in. I was like, all right, this guy's gonna sue everybody down the board. I'm like, I gotta respect the hustle.
Yeah,
He's like, I'm gonna check all my boxes. One of these is gonna pay
yeah,
out for me, but
yeah. I don't want to say anything. The guy might sue us too.
hey, that might bring this channel up to high class popularity. Justin, no, no, please don't. I don't have
Uh,
that. I don't have that money. No, but
you can
yeah,
take
that's
my debt.
yeah, yeah. You want my college? No, but it's a very interesting thing. I'm actually kind of curious to see how this plays out because I just find this whole thing bonkers and unnecessarily childish. Like from both sides of the party, it seems like both sides were playing petty politics, from what I
I
could
think there
tell.
is, again, it's all PR, dude.
Yeah,
But I
no,
think there is more to it
definitely is.
than feelings. Um, some
I
harassment stuff
know
as well.
it does seem
I
like
don't know.
there was some like I guess misogynistic comments said on behalf of Justin's character, mentioned talking to about the girls on set, which I hope is not true because that's just a horrible thing for anybody to go through. And if that is something he said, then I definitely don't take a side on anything. But obviously, like you said, this we don't know. It's all he said, she said right now. So
Yeah, it's all PR right now.
yeah,
And that's the
so
thing, it's like, at least when it gets into the courtroom, you can't
then
just
we can
say
make more of a
shit.
side.
Like,
Yeah.
you have to prove it. So,
And that's kind of like what I did with the whole Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing. I didn't take any side. I still don't take a side till this day.
and
But
I agree. I 100%
yeah,
agree. I'm not saying one is wrong or one is right. It's just one could prove a bit more than the other
exactly,
person. And sometimes
exactly.
it's just harder.
One could just have a better lawyer at the end of the day, and I think he is
Yeah.
using Johnny Depp's lawyer. So I
He
think
is.
that's what he. Yeah, right. So hey, I guess that lawyer staff, she apparently is on a win streak. So hey, maybe Justin's in good hands, but who knows? We'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
We will see.
But anything else you
Um,
want to talk about? Any other gossips going on in Hollywood? Any other hot topics you were wanting to
no.
sink your teeth
If you
in?
did stick around this long, though, let us know how this podcast is working. We're trying new things. Let us know if there's anything we can input and add.
Yeah, let us know,
Um,
in the comments, how do you want us to structure this? If you have a better structure format, let us know down below. We're all about taking, y'all's thoughts and process because we're trying to figure this out.
yeah. All right, that's it for me, dude.
Yeah, no, I think that's all I have. I'm definitely hoping, whatever's going on, like streaming wise, TV wise, I'm hoping we get some good TV shows this year. That's all I'm waiting for because I love my shows.
For me, it's the movies.
I know
It's
you're
good
big on
damn
the movies.
movies.
I'm big on the shows. For some reason, I just love binging. I just love watching like
I
chunks
don't
on
have 10
chunks.
hours to spend watching a show.
Like I said earlier, work. I hope you're not listening. I watch it while working, so that's how I get my 8 hours, 9 hours of content in.
Lucky, lucky.
But let us know down below if there's a show on a streaming service that we've missed. Let us know which show we should watch. But other than that, I have nothing else to say.
Yeah. All right. Peace.
All right, peace out, you guys.